If you're looking to move abroad in 2024 and beyond, this video will help you to not just move abroad fast, but also make sure that your dream about living and working abroad comes true. I used this blueprint and it worked for me, and I have shared it to a lot of people and it worked for them as well. So if your goal is to move abroad to work and to study as a professional, make sure you participate in this video, not just watch it, but get a pen and a paper and follow the steps in this video, and let me know if you're going to do this in the comment section by saying I will do this, and we will cheer you on. Let's get into it. Step 1, go to docs.google.com and create a blank page. Then ask yourself, which country do you actually, that is ultimately the country that you actually want to go to. Some people at this stage we choose maybe the country that they don't really like, but they feel like I don't have the right knowledge, the skills or whatever to go to the big country. But my recommendation is that you choose your best country, no matter what you feel in your heart now, oh, this is not going to be possible, the money, whatever. Choose your best country. And if your best country is United States, for instance, then what you need to do is that if you're a nurse, IT professional, engineer, social worker, whatever, physiotherapist, whatever profession that you are in, what you need to do is to find out, okay, what is the requirement, what will it take for an internationally trained doctor, for an internationally trained nurse, for an internationally trained lab scientists to work in the United States. Try to find that information, like the requirements, if there are exams. Spend time on this first one and find out exactly what is needed in this particular state. Then you write those requirements, itemize it 1 to 10 to 20, whatever. That is the first part of the step. The second step is, sometimes as a professional, maybe it's not clear. The message from what you're getting from the step 1 about the requirement, what it will take and everything is not so clear. The second step is to find people who train internationally that are working in those countries. Did they have to take additional courses? Did they have to do their master's degree? Did they have to get some license? Whatever. If maybe your license, you can transfer it. What you can do is to go to various social media platforms. I will recommend Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Go onto those websites and find people who are social workers that are internationally trained. You can just use this phrase, I got a job in the United States as a social worker. Maybe you find someone that is giving that testimony. You can say, I just moved to the United States. You can type, I just moved to the United States as an engineer. I just got a job as a software engineer. I just got a job as a nurse in the United States. Structure the words in different way and see if you can find individuals in your field working in the United States and they studied in India, or they studied in Ghana, Nigeria. Then you can message them. A lot of them will not respond. Some of them will respond. See if someone is able to respond and share some more information with you. And that is my second step. So this second step is really, really very, very important. Even if you find all the requirements for step 1, finding someone who has gone through the process in step 2 will actually make the whole thing more clearer. How much did they spend? What requirement did they get first? How did they arrange the whole thing? How did it happen? Are there things that made it faster for them? Then that is what you write in your step 2. When you find out all those people, who are they? Who did you message? How will you follow up? All of those things, you find it in your step 2. So now you have all your requirements. Make sure you spend time, maybe even if it takes you a month to do this first step, it will save you a lot of things. So just follow me, because and this whole thing will make sense, okay, as we go along. So now you have done your step 1 background work, step 2 background work. The third one is to now say, okay, which of these requirements do I meet? In step 3, what you're going to be asking yourself after you have itemized all of those steps, requirements, you're now asking yourself, okay, do I meet all these requirements? Do I have a license? Or do I need to do a master's degree for me to practice in this country? Or do I have the money to register? Because do I have to verify my document? Do I have to see if my document, my degree and the degree of that country, do I have to like pass through some assessment to make sure that it's equivalent? How much will it cost? Now at this stage is where you will now find out, okay, it's going to cost so much, this is how much I have, I'm not going to be able to make it. So now you have a clear, you already know what it takes to go to America, but you can't, right? So you now follow the next best step. That is, you choose your next country. Don't just start going from the first step to pick the least country in your list, even though you don't like that country, but you feel like, oh, you just want to go fast. Okay, so you can now say, okay, let me go to this other country. Maybe I will be able to get more experience, get more money, and then I'll go to the America. Or if I still like that country, it is your second best. So if I still like that country, maybe I'll even stay back. I know a lot of people that wanted to like move to the United States, but they went to Ireland or New Zealand, Australia first, and they say, oh, I love this place, I don't want to go through the steps again, whatever, and they stayed in that country. So pick your second best that is good for you, good for your family, good for your profession, your career, you know what I mean. So that is the third step. Now that you have already clearly said, okay, I'm not able to, I don't have all the money or whatever, there are things that I don't have in this requirement, let me go to my second best country. So when you pick your second best country, start again from the first step. What are the requirements? You can get all those requirements from if your profession, maybe you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you go to the professional websites of those countries, of your profession in those countries, find the requirement, find an individual who has gone through the process. That's step 2, and then you find yourself in step 3 again, and then you analyze, how much do I have, which requirements do I have, which requirements do I not have, and all of that. Assuming you have now finally settled and say, okay, this is the one I can do, right? Then in my case, it was the UK. I wanted to go to the United States, but United States, I analyzed all those things, got to step 3, and I found out that, as someone like looking at all my circumstances and all of that, I noticed that I won't be able to travel to different countries, go back, write exam. I better just go to my second best country, and then from there I can now move to the United States. And that was what I did. So I followed the steps again. So in that step 3 again, we are still in step 3. Now you have a clear you have all the steps that you need to take, you have all the things that you need to do. Then you tick the ones that you already have. Maybe you have a license already, you can do your verification and all of that. You have to write exam, which one is first? Then you start asking yourself, how will you pass that exam? If it is IELTS, if it is CBT, all those things. Then you write out how you can do that. When you will write the exam, how you can practice for that exam, finding document, trying to meet up with all the requirements. So the exam, the document, the verification, then you spend time on that. Step 3, make sure you're asking questions to whoever you found that has gone through the process. But in that step 3, you're trying to meet up. Once you meet up with all those requirements, now you go to step 4. Now in step 4, what you need to do is to now say, okay, I've done all of this, I passed my exam, now is the time to now apply for jobs. So if it is jobs now, you will start applying for jobs. Apply. Don't give up. But I know it's very hard to find anybody who has actually done the work, who has immersed in the process in step 1, step 2, has gone through the requirements of getting all the requirement and give up in the job phase. I would say some people will say it took them several months or whatever. But my recommendation for this stage is to apply. From the feedback that you're getting from those recruiters, adjust and apply again. I'm going to be sharing another video that will help you to actually know how to apply for jobs, and not just like submit your resume randomly and then say, oh, I've submitted or I've applied to 10 jobs, 20 jobs, but you are making the same mistake in all of them and they are not getting back to you, or you're not getting the job. Okay, so Now, if you want me to make that video, let me know in the comment section. Just say how to get a job. Just type how to get a job. I'm interested. Then I will know like how many of you are interested in that video, and I'll make that video ASAP. So in this step 4, apply, ask questions. How did you get that job? You know, like, do everything to get a job, and then that will lead you to step 5. And step 5 is when you now start getting the offers, the immigration stage. At this point, I will say that if you have done all of the, got a valid offer, a good employer, all those things, this stage you can just make sure that you are asking questions. You got offer, right? Check which one has like, you know, online presence. If it's a new recruiter, a new employer, I would say all the ones that have experience. For instance, for nurses, all those agencies that have experience, that has been in the field for years, I believe they are the ones that will have like most of the questions. They will be able to answer most of your questions. I used a new agency. I believe they are new, or they were new in the UK, and they never answered any questions I asked them when I eventually moved to the UK. I had to start asking friends. If I go back to the agency to ask them, oh, how can I bring my family? Or they did not have no answer. They couldn't answer me any of those questions. And even during the process, the way they did everything, they just made sure they recruited me. The contract they gave me wasn't it. You know, oh my goodness. So at this point, do not sell yourself short. Unfortunately, so many of those recruiters are in it for the money. If it is the UK, they are being paid per commission by anyone that they employ, and once you get to the UK, they forget about you. But the next one is for the United States as well. They know how much they are going to make from you when you're working for them. So they are unfortunately not coming to Africa or whatever country to save you. They are also businesses as well, you know. So you have to ask your questions as well. You already had your papers, you have your license, you passed your NCLEX. Make sure you ask questions. If they offer you something that you know doesn't sit well with you. I've heard a lot of stories from colleagues who came from India, and all of them, their experiences. Some of them will close their eyes and say, I don't mind paying back $40-something thousand. I just want to get this, like, you know, I mean, so many people, horrible experience. After going all through these things, you don't want to do that. So if you watch this video, you are in the right step, because you're not going to make the mistake that I made, that so many people made, and they found themselves in positions that I know like is tormenting. So you want to make sure that you are asking all the questions. If you are not happy with the offer, ask them questions. Do they have a way of increasing? How does the, you know, ask questions, and then compare offers as well, and choose the best one for you, your family. And ultimately, the last step, I know it is 5 steps, but the very last step is not to give up on your dreams. Do not give up on your dreams. You can do this if you're focused and you know what you're doing right from time. Even if you don't have money, there is a way to do it. For me, for instance, I only save for IELTS, and once I pass IELTS, everyone is seeing that my exams, I'm already passing it, I'm already in it. You know, magically the money started coming. People want to like help you and then to achieve that, because they know you're not just saying it, you're already on it. So make sure you follow these steps. Let me know in the comment section. Say I will do it. I will definitely share you on, and wish you the very, very best. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you found value in this video. Like, and always come back.